All right, welcome back in, everybody. Welcome on in. Let's get some jams going. Got my coffee. But yes, welcome back to another Saturday morning cook-up. We're just going to be making some bangers, dude. That's the plan for today. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm ready to get into it. I been, collecting sample material and just made another drum kit. And man, I made so many beats last time. Maybe this time we do something more intricate. Maybe we get in with like a jazz beat or something. I don't know. I feel like, I tried not to put too much expectation before I really get going on a beat. I like to just kind of see where I go with it and give it whatever sort of attention it might need, But yeah, if you guys are trying to find my music on platforms, I am TapDaddy on all platforms. This is my new single called The Lilac Petals. This single is actually off of an upcoming EP. Something that's in the works that, if you like this song, I think you're going to love this EP. It's very quaint, I'll tell you that. This upcoming EP is very quaint, it's very lovely. I can't wait to show you guys it. Oh, man. But anyways, I believe we should just get started here. Yeah, let's put the kibosh on this. Go check out the music if you are curious. And let's dive into Ableton Live. Hell yeah, here we are live in Ableton Live. I guess I first want to kind of start off by just digging my way to a really good something to chop on piano, some good colorful chords, something that has good texture. Let's just hear some of these. There were a few that I downloaded this morning that I think could be pretty slick. God, I feel like with I like the chords. It's almost too compressed, Almost too compressed. Too much finger noise. It is good though. Let's check out this other one. This could be pretty good. See, there were a few more that I had what was this guy? Ooh, this is very clean sounding. Yeah, and it's just just some chords, Let's see where this progression goes. Yeah, and I feel something about sampling something like this is it's an open book. You can really do anything on it. Okay, this might be what we start with. Silky grand keys. All right, let's move over to drums. We'll keep in mind this at the top of the PJ NJs. This guy, okay. Let's see. I made a new kit this week. I have no idea if this will be the right kit for the job, but let's hear it. Could be kind of cool, Here, let's, yeah, there we go. Like, that could be pretty cool. Let's see what other kind of kits we got. That could be kind of cool. I don't mind my lights. They don't want to make up their mind today. My lights are all like going crazy. But yeah, I'm feeling like these drums could be pretty slick. I like this snare. Yeah, something like that could be pretty cool. Let's just go ahead, get that captured, kind of see where we went with it. Huh. We'll see how this lines up. Here, let me throw you guys back into Ableton. All right. Okay, so that's going to be the end of our loop. And there was definitely some stuff in here that we're going to want to touch up. So let's just straighten this out. You know, I'm always saying, like, I think the more solid you can build your drums to start with, the better you can move on from it, you know. What's up? Prod by Radu. How's it going? How's it going, man? He says, can I send a beat to give me an opinion? Oh, yeah. Not today, but on Wednesdays, I actually do live feedback streams on Twitch. So yeah, if you're interested in getting like feedback, I am, you know, a mix engineer, a producer, and an instrumental artist. So yeah, I think I've got my Twitch listed below. So yeah, feel free to swing through there. We do it every Wednesday. We're just like reviewing music from our subscribers. So yeah, definitely. But yeah, welcome on in, man. Today we're just cooking up some beats, you know, making some bangers. You got here just at the beginning too. we're gonna be making something sick, hopefully. Let's see. We gotta straighten out this first note. Let's see. There we go. Now you see this right here in the beginning it did not quite carry the same syncopation as the rest, so we'll figure it out. But yeah, no worries, man. Yeah, thanks for popping in, dude. So yeah, that's just like not syncopated. We'll have to kind of fix that. I think we want to give it like the same sort of syncopation as like these guys over here. You can see that they're a little bit later. So like if this guy was a little bit more like, oops, somewhere halfway between here. Yeah. Yeah, and this guy was a little bit early, so that kind of made it a little bit difficult. Let's just put him a little bit behind there. Yeah, Radu says I'm an FL Studio warrior. Hell yeah, man. I honestly have never used FL Studio. It's strange. I've been producing for like so many years. You would think that at some point I would check it out. Let's see. So that was kind of a miss. Let's get that up there. We might even tighten this kick in a little bit further. Okay, this is sounding pretty slick, you know? Nice. Let's make sure that we didn't hit like a double bounce over here. Let's like get rid of those guys. Perfect. Okay, we got something pretty good here, and you know, we're probably gonna kind of mess with these drums a little bit to get them to gel with that piano sample that we were playing with earlier. It might be that we like mono it, or maybe we like cut some of the highs off of it. In fact, I am just curious to go ahead, roll off some of those highs and see how that feels if we just like aggressively cut up here. Woo! Okay. This is good. But yeah, I see Radu says, I started with FL Studio because I found a lot of tutorials at the beginning and it was easier for me. You know, that's valid. In fact, that's actually why I'm always recommending to people that are just starting out to check out either FL Studio or Ableton, because I feel like those two DAWs you're going to find the most resources for, you know? Like, I don't know. I know a lot of people that use kind of more obscure stuff like Sony Acid or like, I don't know. What other are some more obscure ones? LMMS maybe. But it's like those are going to be so much harder to find purely because it's just like there's not many tutorials for them. Okay, I like the sound of this kind of cut. It's very like boom bappy. We might even crunch it up a little bit with some decapitator. Why not? We'll do this maybe before the cut. Okay. See, now we got like this nice crunch on that kick. I am kind of curious, what if we did decide to just put it dead mono? Like, maybe that might be cool, or it might just not hit, but we'll see. Ooh, I could kind of go either way. We might mess with, we might see once we get the sample material in here. But yeah, Radu's asking, what BPM is this? Let's see. We're at 155 BPM. I'm actually thinking I might change that to an even number because really, like, let's maybe call this 154, right? Because that's basically the same as 77 BPM, right? And I think that's how I want people to think of this BPM, is probably more that it's 77 BPM than 154, right? So, all right, and let's start chopping some samples. Yeah. Let's see. Well, yeah, let's go back to that piano sample that we were first checking out. Yeah, this guy. Of course, now that we got some boom bappy drums, it might kind of change the sample that we go with. But Oh man, these chords would be beautiful. All right, let's do it. Let's just put these down here. And I think I'm actually going to slice by transients. Yeah, why not? Ugh. This is going to be a difficult one, isn't it? Yeah, that's okay. Let's get in here and remove some of these. Yeah. That looks good. This guy needs a little fixing. Okay. Yeah, we'll just straighten these out. But this should be good. Basically just giving ourselves a couple of chords to chop. And then from there we can just kind of go and do our thing, whatever we want to do. Maybe I'll leave this guy over here and leave this guy. We'll see once we start playing with the chops. All right. There we go. Oh yeah. And you can hear that kind of clicking. We're gonna add a little bit of fade in to remove that click. Much better. All right. Okay, now we can really play with this. Let's mess around with it. Yeah, let's see what we got going here. Oh yeah. See, I like coming back to that note and just kind of like, I don't know, it's this kind of repetition that just feels good. I don't know. That's sounding slick. Let's see if we can get a full, whatchamacallit, I don't know. A full one of these guys. We might need to like push up all the velocities. see, like, that one was quiet. Let's just highlight everything and make them the same. There we go. Oh shit, these are warped. Let's take that off. See how that feels. That's gonna be beautiful. All right, let's kind of mess with this piano a little bit. I kind of want to try something. Maybe a little bit of micro shift on here would be pretty slick. And maybe some RC20 if we want to get a little weird with it, but we'll see. Yeah, probably just air. Button do. I think this air, it's very subtle what it's doing, but it is helping it feel a little bit more full. Let's pull out some RC20 and just mess with it a little bit. See if we get anything cool from it. Okay. Definitely do not want the noise. Maybe if we do like a little bit of wobble. I don't know, it's almost too much. That reverb sounds like magnificent, right? What if we were to chop in like some strings or something? I need to find the right strings though. Oh, you know, I did get sent some samples, and I bet there's some really nice strings somewhere in there. Like, I don't know, I still stay subscribed to, like, the Somatics email list, just because sometimes they send odds and ends that end up being quite useful. You know, and it's, like, stuff that I'm looking for is, like, some strings that sound very processed and, like, vintaged, you know. And I can chop and manipulate them however I need, but as long as I have the ingredients, basically. I don't know. This is a cool vibe, though, already. I like the swing of these drums. Really loving what we did here with these guys. Let's maybe take it out of mono. Yeah, I think I like it better out of mono. Alright, let's try to pull out like some strings or something. What was it called? Trinity? Yeah. Let's just search string and see if we got stuff in here. We could kind of grid that up. It's like in the right chord progression-ish. Let's just mess around with this a bit. Okay, let's unwarp, rewarp it, bring it, actually, no, let's do that, but then let's half the length of this. So it's 154 right now, so we're looking for, we want to double the BPM of it, I think, right? Or half it. So yeah, we'll call it 77. Mental math, quick math. All right. Yeah. Not quite. Yeah, those second chords are not quite hitting. See, I feel like we need to shift around these other chords, maybe. See, that seems pretty okay. And here's where we start to get off. Okay. And then this chord as well also needs to get figured out. Let's mess with it. Maybe. Not quiet. I think that's pretty much what we had over here, yeah. Okay, and I kind of have maybe a bit of an idea of how we might make these strings gel with the mix a little bit better. Feel a little bit more sampled in a way. We could like mono them and kind of throw them to one side or the other. Let's just try it and see. So like. You see, there's just so much more room when we do it that way. I am curious, if we took off this RC20, how did this feel? No, I think that reverb is really adding a lot to this. We're going to try compressing these drums a little bit. Yeah, just kind of lifting it a bit. We could probably stand to turn this down a bit now. All right, now I feel like we just need like a really solid like trumpet lick or something. I might even throw like a little reverb on that snare. Make it really splash. Let's go digging. All right, let's hear some of these trumpets and stuff. Ooh, I just like that walk down. What if we were to just take that walk down of like, it was like over here. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, what if we were to use that as sort of like a response, and we can set up the call, you know? Okay. I'm having fun with this. Okay. I'm thinking, yeah, we're going to really cut this down. Chop this apart. Ba 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 ba. Yikes. And we might add on a little bit more to that, but for now, let's get this sounding glossy. Let's get this sounding dressed in and just beautiful. This is definitely one of those moments where I'm gonna pull out Vocal Pop Hall. Really great reverb, just stock reverb in Ableton. And we'll give it, some juice, maybe like 20%. Nothing too crazy, but you'll hear it's a pretty big reverb. Maybe a little bit more. Ba-da-ba. Okay. We might even extend out that note a little bit. And I also want to play around with some delays. Maybe even some pitch delays, that could be cool. Let's just start with simple delays. And we'll go for a ping pong delay. And where do we want this to kick on? Maybe these two notes? Yikes. That's so good. Way too much feedback and yeah. I wasn't sure if I wanted like the full walk down cut in that delay, but ooh, man, that's kind of, that's heavenly, man. Yeah, and we'll do this. We'll do that. We'll drop out the drums over here. We'll maybe just bring over this piano. Man. All right, let's run this back. I think we just need that kick. Okay. Maybe we do want to carry over this string. Man, I really got to think about where I want to take us with this. I feel like we're on the verge of some gold here. We got to slam dunk it. Okay, yeah, we'll fill this out until we hit this, and we'll treat this as kind of like our bridge. And then boom, we're in bridge section. Yeah, we might even just remove these guys. Yeah, why not? We'll carry on from there. Okay. Man. Okay. Wow, we're cooking. This is beautiful. Man, I really want to like flesh this track out. so dreamy. We could slap in one more of these guys. Oops. Now we do two between. Yeah, we'll bring that in a little bit sooner. I want to try to create some counterpoint that interacts with this trumpet, you know? But the question is, what kind of instrument? You know, there is like this one instrument that I've been using a lot lately. I don't think I've really used it in this context though, but I'm kind of curious how it might gel. It's this one synth lead that I just have fallen absolutely in love with. Let's just try it for the sake of if it sounds dope, you know? We're gonna go to Purity, Preset, Lead Synth, and it's this Oburi synth. I don't know, this thing is pretty cool. Let's really turn this down. Let's bring this back. Okay, you can kind of see I'm like playing around with this motif a little bit. I haven't quite found that like concrete moment where I stick the landing yet, right? But we got ideas flowing here. Let's just continue on these ideas. I'm just gonna kind of loop this, and we're just gonna kind of jam along with it. just like a small little blurb. It doesn't need to be as repetitive as I've been playing it, right? It's just this small detail. Oh, and maybe we have it like bend down once more. What would be the note that it bends down to? Yeah, do we octave leap it down? Bomb. Yeah. It drops down like somewhere around here. We go all the way down to like let's copy this guy, slap him down over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that feels resolved. Cool. All right. Let's keep chugging along at this. What other kind of instruments do we want to pull out? I am kind of thinking of decreasing some of the reverb on some of this stuff, because it is getting a little bit messy. Like on this piano. And a little bit on that trumpet. Also, I want to kind of bring everything down a little bit. And that way, we can stand to like maybe bring up these strings a bit. Okay. I'm not sure I'm down with the wobble on this, honestly. Maybe we keep it clean. Yeah, I think that's the vibe. Let's just pull out like BBC Symphony Orchestra. I'm not sure for what yet, but something orchestral. We could do like harp plucks maybe. Something like this. Let's get this harp up a little bit in volume so that we can hear it. It's a little bit buried right now, but that's okay. We can fix that. Okay, so, you know, we're kind of getting there. We're like starting to zero in on something pretty cool here. Okay, well, I think I got the lick. It's just a matter of kind of figuring out where we want that in this arrangement, you know? That's going to be like a nice counterpoint detail. Countering what? I have no idea yet, you know? But I do know it's going to sound like this. Like... Okay. And it's kind of tough on that minor chord that turns around, you know. We might have to figure out something special for that, but for now, I think I want it to come in like somewhere between these trumpet licks. Yeah, maybe like somewhere like this. We might need to come in a little sooner than that. Counter with something else here, and then we back around. Woo, yeah. And then that's gonna trade off into something else. Gosh, we got something cool cooking here. Oh, man, where do we want to go from here? I'm gonna turn down this piano a bit. God, I'm almost thinking, do we want to shorten up where these drums enter? Maybe treat this as our intro? Yeah. Oh, dude, nice. And I kind of have a little bit of an idea for how we might intro that. Yeah, like that. right, let's keep pulling out small details. I feel like somewhere in here we're going to want a glockenspiel. Obviously. All right, let's do it. Let's see. More BBC Symphony Orchestra. What do we want? Glockenspiel. Pulling out the Glock. All right. Oh, I kind of had an idea there. Let's try a little delay out on those last two notes there. Nope, not enough. And then what if we were to like switch it up partway through that and say jump up? That's so weird, but maybe. Doesn't quite hit. Nope. I don't think that's gonna work just timing wise. It's a cool sound with it pitch bending up, but yeah, that's just not gonna quite work out. That's okay though. How would this sound ping-ponged? That could be pretty slick. Okay, cool. Let's keep pulling stuff out. That's the name of the game. We haven't really messed around in X-Band yet. I know we're gonna hit this sound at least once in here. We're gonna have to like really turn this down to make it subtle. You know what's so great about this instrument is it's so bright, it's going to cut through the mix pretty much at whatever volume we have it at. Oh, just that right there. And we could pull that out like quiet. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, somewhere over here, maybe. Probably hit another drop out there. I like when we return to that home bass chord, you know. I don't know. I'm just calling it the home bass chord. You know, it's the beginning of the progression, right? It's kind of fun to like let it hang there. And we'll just get the pickup to the snare. Yeah. That's sounding awesome. Man, this is a beautiful track. I'm really having fun making this one, you know? Master limiter or soft clipper? Are you asking me like just in general which one I prefer? Man, it really depends on like what the situation is, you know? And also kind of like what you're applying it to. Cause I think like I think that there are times that a soft clipper can be a lot more brute force in terms of like, you know, smoothing out clippy sounds. The master limiter though, I feel like I can raise the volume a little bit more cleanly, if that makes sense. Like the soft clipper is more likely to introduce artifacts. So, you know, I think it's really case by case. And I think like, for example, instances where you might use a soft clipper over a master limiter might be like when you're making a hard trap beat, you know. Maybe you kind of like the soft clipped sound of it hit, you know, triggering on that 808, right? That might be a reason why you go soft clip over master limiter. But, you know, if you're making like maybe like a gentle lo-fi track or something, you know, maybe a limiter might be what kind of helps raise it up a little bit more cleanly without artifacts, you know? So good question though. Just, I don't know. Interesting. Interesting point, man. I feel like I use both, but just different scenarios, you know? Yeah, totally. But that soft clipper can be brute force, man. It can be really great if you just need to slam something into the ceiling, you know? Busting out now. We might even try to get another like brass element in here. Maybe a saxophone or something could be cool. I'm not sure. Maybe for this area. Ooh, this is kind of nice. It's kind of dramatic. Then again, so is this beat, maybe. I don't know though, it's a little busy, it's a little all over the place, it's very minor. Let's see what else we got. There's a chance we could use this like very sparingly in the background. if we like made it super quiet and we got kind of creative chopping this down, maybe. Oh, sorry guys, this delay is gonna be going crazy. Maybe not, but you know, we're kind of like we're starting to close in on something, but I just don't think this is the one. No. Ooh, muted trumpet. Oh, and it's got an unmuted response. That's kind of interesting. I'm just curious about this guy, so we're gonna mess with him a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna change the warp mode to complex, so we kind of eliminate those artifacts. We're gonna pitch it. See, and I'm not sure about that unmuted response, but we might just kind of like roll with this. But man, I wish we had more to work with this muted trumpet. That was really beautiful. What else we got here? It's not quite as thin as the other guy. Oh, I think I've used that guy. I should just move this guy out of this folder since I know I've used him. Why not? Let's just get him out of here. Yeah, I'll just put him in my August folder. You know. What else we got? But damn, like this feels good right here. Ba-na-na-na. Maybe we try doing that. Ba-na-na. Okay, so we're probably gonna have to chop this a little bit further, but na 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 na. Okay, let's really get in there and chop it like right at the end of that note. Really chopping apart. There we go. Oh man, that's good. Cool, man. Oh shit, this is sounding good. And we bring it back around at that dropout to this. Man. I told you guys I wanted to get in deep with the jazzy track today. This was exactly what I had in mind. Let's get some nice reverb on there. Dope. Come on. Here, I gotta scroll down. Jesus. There we go. Also, we can shorten that up. There we go. Woo! Yeah. And I haven't quite made up my mind about this simply, but we've already got some counterpoint here. And yeah, we probably will bring it back around to like these guys. I think we'll probably do another like dropout, kind of like this. Yeah, we're hitting lots of dropouts in here. Nice. Okay. Man. I think I might need some more coffee to finish this guy off. Like, good God. We're hitting something really good here. Let's go ahead and do a save as. Yeah, we probably want to save this guy. And yeah, I'm just going to grab a little bit of coffee. I think we're on song 1012. Yeah, let's see if it takes it. Yes. All right. I'll be 2 seconds, guys. I'm literally just going to go grab a little bit of hot coffee, and then we're going to finish this beat out. We got something really good. In the meantime, I'm going to play you guys Lost in Reverie, another little jazzy banger I made. It recently crossed 200,000. I'm so happy about that. All right, I'll be right back.
TapDaddy.
All right, I am back, and I have hot coffee. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed Lost in Reverie. If you guys are trying to find the music, this is where you can find me. I am TapDaddy on all platforms. So anyways, let's get back into this beat. Let's, got some hot coffee. Let's kind of reset our mind, listen to it with a little bit of fresh ears. Let's check it out. Coffee's good. God, does this need a bass line? I don't know. We might come in with the bass line. Oh, what if right in between here we borrowed one of these guys? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of playing around with ways that we can connect these two. So like, what if we did this? We said like, no, that came in too early. We put it like over here. Okay. Nice. We're gonna set this off pretty far to the right, these harp plucks. Yeah. might even take off that last heart pluck there, because it kind of clashes with the introduction of this guy. Alright, now let's go mess around with that bass line like I was saying. Yeah, there's one bass in particular, this sub bass, that I think would be pretty cool. Bro. Yeah, hip hop sub bass. Here we go. This might be cool. Might be the ticket, might not. I don't know. We gotta try it, you know? All right. Let's mess with it. Let's see what we got here. God, that is so loud. We would definitely have to turn that down. I kind of want to hear, like, so we recorded a decent chunk here, and I'm curious what this might sound like over in this other area. So, like, maybe over here. Yeah, let's try this. I feel like we have the right idea, but we need the execution, you know? It's not quite there yet. But I think we're literally jumping between these notes. Yeah, okay, we'll do these like octave leaps, probably. right, wow. I think pretty much that whole thing was quite golden. We might just need to listen to it back and really, like, you know, tuck things into place. So let's dig through this. Let's make sure that these are super, super tight. Yeah. In fact, we're probably going to decrease the length of a lot of these notes. And I think we want to make them, yeah, pretty goddamn tight. Make them even more blippy. Yeah, something like that. Maybe we'll set them back just like a little bit. Yeah. Tighten a tiny bit. And then these notes get more blippy. This is gonna be tedious, but well worth it, you know. All right, let's tighten again. And maybe once we get like a little bit of this, you know, we can just borrow it. Yep. The timing of these were actually much better. We just want to take these notes, make them blippy. Yes. Oh, let's just tighten that a smidge. But that note length was very right. Yeah. I like the timing of these notes. Again, just making these a little bit more blippy. Oh, yeah. Oops. Okay, those actually got a little bit too tiny. Extend that out a bit. Okay, these will definitely get tightened. Let's fold. Make it easier for us. We're only playing with octave leaps. Oops. Bring this guy in a little bit. Highlight these guys. Yeah, screw it. We're not going to take any shortcuts here. We're just going to really tighten these as we go. We're about halfway through. This needs to be perfect. God, this sub bass is super satisfying, man. Love it. Absolutely love it. This guy needs to get brought in a little bit. This guy also needs to be brought in a bit. These guys are a little too fat. There we go. Oh, that actually landed pretty nice. I like that. Man, and you know, this is like where I feel like it becomes so much about how it feels, you know? Like, it's not so perfectly on the grid. It's more about just like, yeah, but the feeling of this bass rumbling underneath and how it locks in with that kick. Like, how does that feel, you know? Every interaction, just... See, like this. Could be a bit tighter. Just a bit tighter, and I think these guys could be a little bit more blippy, of course. Maybe this guy comes out a bit more, but yeah, like that. Nice. Tedious, I know. Well worth it, though. I feel like there kind of comes a point where, you know what you're doing. It's just the work is a little bit tedious. And I feel like the more you're willing to kind of commit to that tedium, the more your music's going to really benefit from it, you know? Like, I don't know. My philosophy is kind of like, do all the work that other producers are not willing to do, you know? That could be a little fatter. There we go. Again, a little bit tighter. This guy could come in a little bit more. This guy could definitely tighten. And then these two make them more blippy. This guy feels like he could actually come out a little bit. Alright, last one. These guys were a little bit late. This guy could tighten a bit. I don't mind a little bit of that swing, though. That was pretty cool. Alright. Boy, it's, you know, tedious, but damn, this is coming out good. That guy can extend a little bit. Okay. Let's bring it back. Let's see how this feels. Yeah, we need like a little something to fill this space, and I think the plan is to bring them back into this trumpet stuff, you know. But yeah. Oh yeah, it's asking, is it default Ableton sub? Yes, it is. That's just literally, it's a preset called hip hop sub bass. It's so good, man. And I'll tell you a little secret about this sub in particular. Gain staging is your friend. I feel like I've had this sub really sound relentless in certain tracks, and I've had that sub sound very weak in other tracks. And I think really what it comes down to is just giving it enough volume to really do its work, you know? It's gonna be loud if you let it be loud, and it's gonna be effective at being a sub bass that really rumbles your car. But you might find that you need to like prop it up a little bit higher than the rest of your track. And also if you're having trouble getting the notes, like, I don't know, some of the notes are really resonant and some of the notes maybe not so much. But if you really compress the sub, it kind of takes care of that a little bit. So I don't know, man. It's one of my favorite subs. It's really good. All right. Let's see. We were gonna. Okay, we're starting to get places. See, and I like how this is like a lot more spaced out on the B side than it is over here on the A side. That's sounding pretty slick. All right. Okay. I kind of have an idea for maybe like a synth bell. I really like this preset called Fairy Bell. Ooh, just that layer. Wait, let's see how that lined up. I liked that. I bent down with it, but I entered this note after it started, so like... Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's good. We're getting some nuance in here. I wonder how that would sound lining up over here as well. Maybe we just kind of keep these two paired together. So like... Oh, layers, man. It's good. What's up, Aiden? How you doing, man? How's your day going, dude? Alright, let's get I'm not sure what else I want to layer on here. I was kind of thinking we could come in with some flutes. That could sound pretty magical. Yeah, something like this. But yeah, Aiden says, I'm trying to get Super Mario Bros. Wii on my PC right now. Fair enough, man. You trying out the emulators? I'm curious how Wii emulation works on PC. I feel like I can barely get GameCube to run on my PC, you know, Dolphin emulator as it is. But I don't know, man. I've been kind of looking into those like devices where I don't know, maybe you guys have seen like basically these like handhelds that are just meant for emulating games. I've been really eyeing this one called the Retroid Pocket Flip 2, and it's basically, it looks like a DS, basically. Well, really, it looks like a GameCube. Like, the controls look like a GameCube. And it's about the size of a DS. Like, it's a clamshell handheld. And, yeah, it can run GameCube games. Looks sick, man. But yeah, Aiden says, my brother managed to get Wii U games on his PC. Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. I think the difficult thing about like DS and Wii U is, didn't the Wii U have like a touchscreen? I know that that's always been something kind of difficult when it comes to emulators is, you know, if you have one that, if you're trying to play games that require touchscreens, it kind of changes things a bit. All right, we were gonna get like some flute maybe. Oops. This sounds like the right sound selection, just it might like be counterpoint over here. It's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm not quite sure. Like that. Ooh. What's up, Signature? What's up, dude? Like, I don't know. I feel like we're on the verge. But yeah, how's your day going, Signature? See, like, I like that interaction. I'm just gonna go ahead and capture that. Yeah, that sounds like a really slick, like, response, you know? Sounds pretty fleshed out and cool. And yeah, that happens, like, I think we put that, like, right over here. Yeah. Man, this is just coming together nicely. I really want to like take my time with this beat and detail it as much as possible. Like right now, my mind's kind of on like, I don't know, what if we had like some chimes somewhere in here in a transition section? Could be kind of cool. I kind of had an idea. Maybe it's like right in here we throw in some like chimes. That could be kind of cool. Let's go grab a nice chime sample. There was one I used the other day. It was like in one of these Somatics kits. I can't remember what. Yeah, this sounds about right. Let's like put this down somewhere. So we're trying to bring it in around like measure 45. Let's first of all unwarp this. We don't want warped chimes. That would be weird. Yeah, something like that, right? So like, let's tighten that up. And we can get rid of that. Oh, yeah. But yeah, glad to hear it, Signature. Oh, man. Alright, let's keep playing things down. continue on. Oh, that's dramatic. That's cool. And we can just fade it out there. Or just let it end like that. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. I think we're finding our way to the end of this song. Maybe I was kind of thinking like we could pull out a little string swell. I know we've already got some strings in here, but it could be pretty slick. Just using this very sparingly. See, something like that. Aiden, you got it working? Nice, man. I think we're gonna just go ahead and pull this out into audio instead. But yeah, I was kind of thinking like we could layer on something with this section. Really bring this down. Not even sure if that's really it. I think that's the note. Let's unwarp this, see where it's at. Oh, good, perfect. It makes it shorter. Yeah, keeping it really subtle underneath like that. Okay. Oh, I think we've pretty much got a track here. Oh. That one only took 2 hours. And I think we gotta just find our exit point at the end here. But yeah, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. We'll probably try to hit one more today, I think. We'll see. Oh, I love how that bass hits at the end right there. We might even like remove that last note and let it just end there. Yeah, perfect. Damn, that was so good. Let's just hear it one more time. And then I gotta get some coffee and let's knock out one last one. God, this one might have to drop on Spotify. Oh, beautiful. All right. I'm going to grab a little bit of coffee and then we're going to get right into a brand new set. We're going to try to cook one in 50 minutes. All right. I think we can do that. All right. While I'm heating up some coffee, I'll let you guys listen to my most streamed track of all time, Lady Moon. It's going to be crossing 300K here soon, I hope. Anyways, I'll be right back. Just 2 seconds. right, guys. Back at it. Let's dive into another project. Okay. Let's put the kibosh on Lady Moon here. You guys can go check out the music if you're interested. Let's try to do a quick one. All right. Let's like sift through some sample materials. It would be kind of nice to get like a soul flip done today or something like that. So I think I downloaded some pretty cool like samples. Like, what was this? You know, like that could be kind of cool. This is like way too built out though. Like I need something a little bit less full so that I can like come in and do my thing. Like I think the drums are a little bit too much, but I really liked this. What was it? Yeah, this. Okay. Let's go find a good kit. And I think the strategy for this would be to do it a little bit higher BPM so that we can really Okay, something like this maybe. Here, I'll throw you guys on Jam Cam. There we go. Almost. Something like that. Maybe let's just see what we captured there. See if it's workable. I think there may have been like one or two missed notes in there. Oh, my camera's all out of focus. I gotta like put my hand in front of it and let it focus again. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. All right. But yeah, let's see what we got here. I'm not sure. It might be a little bit too sloppy. We'll see. Ooh, yeah, that was pretty slick. Like that would be the end. I'm not sure about what I grabbed beforehand, like this guy. I really like that second half. Maybe we take this guy, paste him right there, and then we try to fix that ending. Let's see. Maybe we get one of these guys. And one of these guys. Yeah, something like that. Still a little bit sloppy there. Maybe we move this guy up to here. And we... Oh. That's kind of fun. Get a little bit of decapitator in here. Decapitator? I hardly know her. Oh, now that kick's getting up there. It's a little harsh in the highs, I'm not gonna lie. Part of that we'll figure out in the mix. I am curious though if we just rolled off those highs, how this would sound. Let's go chop that sample. We'll decide whether we want it muted like that or not after we get this chopped. Let's see. We were playing around with this guy. And I think we're gonna just chop this guy by slice, by region. Okay, let's go like 32. Maybe. We'll see. And I see we're at 88.5 BPM right now. Let's just call that 89. Or actually, this sample is 90, right? Let's put ours at 90, but then let's pitch this sample down to make it a lower BPM. I don't know. I'm not quite sure I like how this is chopped. First of all, there's just so much That low end needs to get gone. What if we subdivide a little bit more? See, it's just like the sample kind of leans behind. You know, we might even have better luck rather than chopping by slices. I've got kind of an idea of how I want to chop this. We could do this in the grid and maybe be able to do this with a lot more accuracy. This timing right here feels a lot better. Yeah. See, this was just working out a little bit better than chopping by slice just because the timing of this is like so strange. But you know, I kind of like this. This really feels like it's just like some piece of vinyl and we're just kind of working with it. And therefore you kind of get a little bit of this janky feel to it, which I think is very hip hop feeling. It feels good, you know? I want to just brush up this transition here. Okay, almost there. Okay, getting there. And it might even feel better on this last guy if we just inch him forward a little bit. Like I'm talking a tiny bit just to get the timing of this better. Yes. That feels better. Okay. And we'll probably find a B-side somewhere in this sample material. That was cool. Okay. Yeah, maybe we mess with that a little bit. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. Okay, so that's fun. I love that synth lead, man. You guys have probably been hearing me use a lot of it, but it's just so good. I like it a lot. This sample material is so bright, I'm just curious if we pitched it down. We do have it warped, so we can pitch it. And we better make this decision now, because we're already laying in melodies and stuff, so let's just pitch this guy down with it. Let's try down one more. Let's use that, but sparingly, maybe. That could be pretty cool. What do we get here? Boy, somebody's blasting music outside. Alright, now I want to try something a little bit different. right. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Alright, here's actually what I'm thinking. A little unconventional here, but do I have my audio set? Audio input. Test. Can you hear me? Yes. Yes. All right, cool. Test. Oh, you hear me double. Test. Yeah, you hear me. Can I record like this? I forget. Test. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. All right. So then we come back here and we just go. Let's see how that sounds. I don't know. The idea here is that it's like you hear me kind of setting up the sample, right? Like, all right. So let's hear this. Let's see how it came. Come on, that's sick. Dude, that's cool. So I'm kind of like off here. I was doing just basically what I was doing right before I flipped the sample. Let's take off warping on this. We don't need it. Let's actually do a little bit of processing on that intro. Make it more vinyl. Do I have where am I hearing that? Dude, dust is off. What are you trying to do? Okay, wow. All right, and let's see. I just go find any old random organ. We just want some sort of organ, right? Maybe it's in. What kind of organ is this? Oh, that's kind of perfect. Okay. We kind of want to slam this. Maybe we use some OTT. And we might even mono it. It's so minor, it's going to be difficult. All right, let's back it up. Let's hear some of these. I think I had some good blippy ones in this area. Okay, this guy, totally, yeah. That last guy. Are these gonna line up nice? I don't know, man. It's wild. This is fun. Dude, this is such a wild beat. Sick, though. I like it. All right, bringing it back to the beginning here. We might even mess with this intro a little bit more. It sounds like a Freddie Gibbs track on acid. All right, let's keep it rolling. So then back into that. What kind of like small little licks can we grab? I don't know. I was kind of having fun taking like small little bits from this kind of stuff. What all we got to work with? Vibraphone. Ooh. It's pretty cool. Huh, too warm. Something like this. Yeah. Let's keep laying down like small pieces like this, get them interacting with each other, and it just like, oh, it hits. It hits. Like, we're actually gonna save that for this section. Very digital sounding. It's kind of fun combination of odd things. Like, I think we just kind of fade it there. Oops. Yeah, like right out here. Dang. It's just like a quick one, you know, very odd, but I feel like, man, you could spit some wild bars on this. It would hit. Like the energy of this track is just so like bizarre, but also pretty soulful. It's like, I don't know, man. I feel like this is one for every single person that's like, oh, all type beats sound the same. It's like, all right, go find me another beat like that sounds like this. All right, bet. Oh, oh man, yeah, that's a good one. Let's save that. Let's hear it back. That's a cool track. It's short, sweet. I like it, man. All right, man. Okay, so we got 2 tracks done today. Man, that first one was like really intricate and cool. This one is bizarre, and I want to hear bars on it. Like, this was a pretty awesome session. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out. This was definitely fun. Let's do it again next Saturday for sure. All right, so thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you want any beats, yeah, I got my BeatStars listed below. Also, if you need like mixing services, feel free to shoot me an email. I've also got my email listed below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. My name is TapDaddy, and until next time, happy producing. I'll see you guys later. Peace.